trying to pick my strongest team first of all, and second of all, everyone who is fit will be considered for selection. So basically, the only players that aren't playing are the players who are currently out injured. But obviously, we're picking our strongest team. Rangi Chase will play, and Danny Orr in the halves. Ryan Hudson will return from injury. He had to pull out because of a cyst in his head. And Joe Arundel, we're very hopeful he'll play. We're pretty positive about that. He's just started back in training, so he'll play. On the positive, Kirk Dixon returns after a shoulder reconstruction, so that's really pleasing for us. So we've like I said, anyone who's injured, I think the main injuries are Millington, Walker, Jackson, Ferris, Hubie, Youngquest. Those guys obviously have got injuries and they can't play, but everyone else available will be selected.
So if the game was the first Super League game, would this be the 13 that you went out with, would you say?
Oh yeah, pretty close. Obviously picking a squad of 22, there's a few reasons for that. I've got a couple young players on the bench that I want to see how they go. Ryan Atkins, a local junior who played well on Boxing Day, I want to give him another opportunity. Also want to Ryan Shaw, who's come on loan with us for a month. I want to see how he's going after training with us. And obviously, we've got 3 hookers, so one or two may miss out for the first game. And then we've also got the situation where I don't want to play Rangi and Danny for the full 80 minutes. They'll get good minutes, so I've also got to have some backup there for them. But yeah, it's pretty close to the first team game. Richard Owens on the bench. I'll start with Ryan McGoldrick as fullback. That's only because Richard's been out of our top squad for the last probably 3 or 4 weeks with a back injury. But he's had treatment and he's fully recovered. He's back in training with us, so that's a reason why he starts on the bench.
Now looking at the team, one big bonus I can see is that Jake Emmett starts on the bench. It's great to have Jake back.
Yeah, I've got Jake. That's great for Jake. Training really well. Been really impressed with his way he's going about his business. So, but if you look at that, if you look at Jake and then you look at Massey and you look at Nash, the only 3 front rowers we have available at the moment. I think we've got 4 of them sitting in the stands at the moment. So, that's an area where we're vulnerable at the moment. But the good news is all the other guys are progressing well, and they'll return sometime in February. The only one who won't will be Hubie. He's still, definitely a late March, April person for us.
With Jake, his recovery's been quick though, hasn't it? Because he was touch and go to start the season. He's made it back for the second friendly before the start of the season. Yeah,
it's a lot down to his work. He lives with our physio, Ben Sterling, and he actually started some work with Ben before he came on board with us, started his role. So we were able to fast track him a little bit. Unfortunately, the other blokes weren't getting the treatment, and it wasn't until Ben got on board that they've been able to get more treatment, which has obviously helped their progress now.
Now, you've mentioned the 2 youngsters on the bench who you're looking to see what they can do. Ryan Shaw from Warrington and Atkinson from the academy. What are you looking to see from them 2?
Obviously with Ryan, we want to see whether we can handle the demands of a Super League game against a very good opposition. Been predominantly in the top 6 the last few years, Huddersfield, and they're strong. That's the reason I want to play them. I want to see how we are, and they throw a lot of things at you in attack, so they'll see how we're going defensively. Josh played well the other day. I thought he showed some good attributes, so he'll get a chance. As obviously will Ryan. Ryan's got some genuine speed. He's been quite impressive in training. Obviously we're going to make a decision what we do after a month also with him, if he continues to be available.
And finally, Josh Griffin, he starts in the centres. He's named as a winger, or he's got a winger's shirt for squad numbers, and he starts the centres. Is this you saying that you see him in the centres moving forward? I
thought he played very well in our Boxing Day game. I thought he's probably our best player. And obviously, we are short on centres, and I've always said to him when I signed him that I would give him the opportunity for that centre position. Kirk Dixon, it's too early to throw him in the centres because he's only, it was his first game back from shoulder reconstruction, and Josh got the jump the other day. I see Kirk can play in the centres and the wing, and Josh come here as a winger who liked to play centre, and I've seen some attributes in him. I thought there might be something there in him too. So, hopefully that good form from Boxing Day continues and he grabs that spot.
And finally, have you got a message for the fans going into this game?
I just think that the last game here was great because, you know, we had some great young talent. And, you know, and obviously they tried very hard. It'll be interesting to see how we go because, you know, Huddersfield are a very good team. Like I said, they throw a lot at your attack. They'll really challenge us on the day. It'll be interesting to see how we go, you know, with probably minimal forwards. They've got a little bit of a shortage probably in their front row at the moment too, with a couple of injuries. So that'll be interesting. But they've got some good attack, and it's an area we need to improve. You know, the club average probably, you know, close to 30 points a game again, and we've got a lot of hard work to try and peg that back against a team that'll throw some options at us. And I think this game will tell us a little bit more on our probably final 17 for the Wakefield game, and then obviously that'll get us pretty close to that first game against Salford.